Y'all, we're gonna be making handmade faux locks with human hair in them. I used human hair crochet and I used human hair bulk hair. Let me show you everything I used. So let's get into it. I got 3 packs of the Nita Distress Locks from Free Trust Hair. Then I also had about 2 packs of the Afro Twist. You're gonna need a couple bottles of nail glue. Ywigs is the hair we're gonna be working with today. Like I said, we have 1 bundle of bulk hair and then we have 1 bundle of crochet hair. This is how both the hairs look, and the details are on the video. I'll also leave it in the description box, but I'm really excited because I feel like using crochet is going to make this so much faster. So what we're going to do is put the locks up, and we're going to cut them because my client kind of wants them maybe like mid-back. And then the human hair at the ends is going to give it length anyway. So I went ahead and cut the locks kind of in a layered look because I was like, wait, I don't think I should cut them all at the same length. So I just did like some shorter than the other, but mainly just made sure I cut off about 3 to 4 inches of the lock off the Nita Distress Locks. Now, y'all, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you have this somewhere stable so you can work. You want to put the locks up somewhere where you can like work on them because I'm getting ready to braid the human hair onto the locks. So when I'm doing this, I have my stand. I'm going to put it down in the description box so you guys have that as well. What I'm going to do is basically use the miracle knot method. I'm pulling the crochet hair through the Nita Distress lock. And then I'm just braiding it a little bit and then just creating a knot, just like you would a miracle knot. Now, I definitely recommend if you're not the best at like braiding or, you know, you're not that experienced with working with human hair, I really recommend just get crochet human hair to put on your locks and it'll make it so much faster. This is me putting the crochet human hair at the ends. Like I said, I'm just pulling it through the lock. I might braid it a little bit and essentially just make a knot so that it will stay on the lock, and that's it really. But of course we do have to wrap around this so that you don't see like the string on it, but we'll get to that part a little bit later. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm really just putting the crochet human hair on all the locks, just wherever I see fit. I definitely recommend to put the crochet human hair more towards the top because I realized when I was doing my client's hair, I had to add a little bit more because I didn't have a lot of human hair coming down from the top of the lock. So if you want to make that happen, I definitely recommend to make sure that you add the curly hair like to the highest part of the lock so that it just drapes down really nicely. That's what I definitely recommend. I'm also going to teach you guys the second method, which is adding bulk hair to the locks. Now, y'all, that's a little bit different. It's not going to be as easy as it is to do the crochet with the bulk hair, but I'm going to try to make it as detailed as possible because this is how I used to do it when I first started doing handmade faux locks and adding human hair to them. Doing the bulk hair with it, you're gonna have to have a certain grip on it, and you're gonna need that nail glue. That's when that nail glue is gonna come in, and y'all are going to need more than 1 little tube of nail glue. I just definitely recommend getting like a pack of like 4, just so you have enough, because I started to run out and I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna need some more nail glue. But this is how it's looking at the ends. Like I said, it's gonna be wrapped up. Okay, y'all, it's time to work with the bulk hair. What I'm gonna do is basically take a piece of the bulk hair. I'm going to have one side a little bit longer than the other and then just start braiding it onto the lock. Once I have a nice good grip on it, I'm just gonna add some nail glue to where I braided, and I'm just gonna kind of squeeze that together or kind of like pinch it together so that it will just dry in place and doesn't come out. And then once it's dried in place, you can pull it and test it out to make sure that the nail glue is nice and put in place and it's not going to come off, because that nail glue is strong, y'all. Y'all got to be real careful when y'all using this for sure. But let me show you guys how I do the ends when I'm using bulk hair. I kind of do it the same way I did the top. I just make sure that one side is longer than the other. And then I just start braiding using the lock as one of the strands, just creating like a plait. And then of course grabbing that nail glue. And then once I grab that nail glue, I'm gonna put it on top of where I braided, like kind of like saturate where I'm like ending off the braid so that I can pinch it all together and braid a little bit further and then pinch it all together to make sure that it kind of dries in place. Now, I started wrapping a little bit up using the lock because some extra hair was out, but you can do this as well. You can just start wrapping with the lock, but I'll also show you guys how I wrapped using the spring twist hair. So now it's time to use some of that spring twist hair. And of course, because the locks have that piece that, you know, the human hair is kind of like showing, you want to kind of make this lock more seamless. So you're going to get a small piece of spring twist hair and you're just going to start wrapping around. I use my pointer finger to direct where I need this spring twist hair to go. So I just get up behind it and in front of it, behind it. I don't know, but I use my pointer to kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I'm going to have to put it in slow motion so y'all can see, but my pointer finger is basically guiding the hair where to go. And then I create a knot and make sure that I wrap it very tightly to seal it off. And then I'm also going to show you guys how I do the ends as well. Y'all, I seem to have lost the footage of how I did the ends of these locks, but I'm gonna go ahead and link another video where I've handmade these locks plenty of other times before. So I'm just gonna go ahead and insert those videos down below in the description box. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, but this is how the locks came out. This did take me over 4 hours to complete. By doing the human hair into the locks, that was 4 hours itself, and then it took me another 4 hours to install her hair. And of course, this was not all done in the same day, thank God. She had about 45 to 46 locks, I think, all together in total. She had 4 rows from the middle part down to her ear, and then below her ear she had 2 rows going from each ear. So 4 rows from the middle part to the ear, and then 2 rows underneath the ear. And she had, like I said, about 45. I'm using Sacred Scalp Balm to do her hair because I just feel like using gel on her is unnecessary. But this is the detail on how we're going to install this. We're going to put the crochet needle through that loop. Then we're going to take some small piece of spring twist hair, and we're just going to create like a little, I don't even know what to call it, y'all, but I'm going to also link another video on how I do locks like this so you guys can see more detailed. But I basically just pull that spring twist through her hair, and then I'm just going to hold it down with my thumb and my pointer and start wrapping, making sure that it's secure but not too tight. You do not want to pull your client's hair too tight. And I'm just going to keep wrapping, and if I run into any human hair that I put on the lock, I just kind of stick it out of my way so that I don't wrap it, and then just continue on wrapping all the way down. And when the spring twist hair starts to get a little small, I just start wrapping real tight. That's all I do, honestly. I don't always make a tie, but most of the time I just start wrapping it real tightly, or make a tie if I feel like I need to. But wrapping it tightly really does work, I promise y'all. This is how her hair came out. It was super full, a lot of hair, honestly, really pretty. This is like my second time doing this hairstyle on her. We have a mixture of 2 different textures. I'll leave that and link that down below. But let me know what you guys think of this. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you are subscribed. I'm almost to 100K. So yeah, thank y'all.